Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is shuffle out a card from the Prisma Visions Tarot to get the context or the general energy of your reading. If you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested, you can also follow me on TikTok. The link to that will be in the description. And before I get you your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. So I had to move something on my bed because the cat came to lay over here. I just saw 111 as well, so trust yourself. But I had to move something on the bed and the cat looked at me. I just saw 122 and then 123 as well. And the way she looked at me just kind of stuck in my head. So I definitely feel like cat energy could be significant. If you have any pet cats, maybe they could be significant. Definitely only take what resonates. It could also be about mystery, or like I'm feeling the energy of mysticism. So with seeing 122 and 123, not only should you trust yourself, but remember that change starts with you. And also trust that everything happens for a reason. The challenges, the darkness that you have faced or that you carry within you is happening for a reason. Dark energy, as opposed to light energy, feels like it could be more significant. Maybe someone here could be feeling called to be a light worker, but to do that you first need to do shadow work. Interesting. So we have the Ace of Swords. That's really interesting with shadow work coming through. I think you're very, very, very strongly being encouraged to be honest with yourself. There is some sort of opportunity that will manifest itself after you embrace some sort of truth. And whatever this truth is, I can't really be too specific, at least not with one card. So just take whatever resonates, and definitely trust yourself. A sword could be a significant symbol or sign for you that represents truth and the courage that it takes to embrace and spread that truth. The card just fell on the floor. I'm not gonna take it. Wow. It says sleep, my love. And with 3 hearts here, that's interesting. Because for me personally, that always makes me think of the number 333 or the 3 of Cups. I definitely feel like you need to be more focused on rest and, I guess kind of like withdrawing your energy, spending more time in your own company, because I really think that's going to help you see and embrace this truth. You're definitely being called to move into more hermit type of energy for a reason. I'm getting a pretty strong feeling that there's something here that you need to pull back from. I just saw 420, so take that however it resonates. Let's go ahead and move on to this deck of cards here. I just saw 432. So again, trust that everything happens for a reason. I'm just going to get a couple of cards from this deck of cards that I made, that I got from a box of cards that I have. I just saw 444, so there's something here. I feel like this truth is related to your foundation. I feel like there's a lot of fear and resistance when it comes to facing darker aspects of life, and that's a reflection of not being willing to face the darker aspects that exist within you. We all have light and dark, and we're all being called to embrace all parts of ourselves and not just half of us, because you can't have light without the dark. The yin and yang symbol could be very, very significant for someone, or the colors black and white. I'm also seeing something here about an hourglass. For some reason, that made me think of Ireland, so maybe you have Irish ancestors coming through, or there's something significant about the country of Ireland. For your first card, why does change make you feel trapped and helpless? This difficult truth is definitely about change, especially because I almost just saw 555. Not quite, to be clear, but almost. I feel like you were conditioned to chase the good things in life, to be attached to just the light, instead of being taught to embrace not only the good in life, but also the bad. Not only easy things in life, but also challenging things. I feel like you're really being called to recognize the true complexity of who you are as a human being. I feel like I need to say, I'm getting this strong message here about how it's something, I think it was, it's from this TV show called Alone that's on Freevee. No promo, but if you feel called to watch it, it's a TV show about survival, and that feels like it has very strong ancestral, sacred ties. So I definitely feel this energy of bringing things back to the basics, especially with the number 444. I'm seeing a card from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle in my mind's eye. So someone's ancestors are definitely here, and I honestly felt that before I even started the video, because Italian songs were stuck in my head, so that made me think that my own ancestors are trying to deliver a message. But I also felt that Irish ancestors could be specifically trying to come through for someone. Stonehenge could be significant, or maybe before we even knew what the New World was, those times. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but if it resonates, it resonates. But I feel like your ancestors really, really want to help you get more in touch with the human side of you. Maybe, spirit, I felt God, and, whatever you believe. I'm not telling you to believe in God, or that I do, or whatever. But that came through for somebody, whatever that means. But that made me completely distracted. I feel like there's something here about maybe getting defensive and getting distracted. Your ancestors really, really want to help you with getting more comfortable with change, with reality, with seeing life for what it really is, instead of only looking at it through rose-tinted glasses that we always seem to put on children. I noticed that, we lie to kids all the time. And I don't think that's okay, because, mentally it's not healthy. Definitely don't be afraid to do things that aren't traditional, that don't be afraid to try a new way of doing things, or to pave the way for a new way of doing things. For your next card is what matters is what you know. Trust yourself and stand up. Literally, whenever I saw what matters what you know, I felt, oh my gosh, that trust yourself energy is coming through pretty strong. And then right after that it says trust yourself and stand up. Yeah, it definitely feels like your ancestors want you to get more comfortable with the human side of yourself that has instincts and naturally has courage, if that makes sense. I think we're always willing to, I don't know. Let me think for a second. I think not trusting yourself is really, really blocking you from seeing this truth or embracing your truth. I think you really, really need to trust yourself more when it comes to facing darker, scarier, more challenging situations. I'm basically saying that you need to believe in your strength and your courage more. I think the hard truth is that you can't run away from death. You can't run away from things you can't control. You can't run away at all. Wow. There's a very, very strong energy here about facing the truth. I saw 1111, but facing the truth in the kindest way possible. I feel called to say with 1111, the universe, your spirit guides, really, really want you to know that whatever dreams or wishes that you have, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, it is possible for you, as long as you're not compromising yourself or anyone else. As long as you're doing it for the highest good of you and the highest good of all, the universe will support you. I feel like the most important relationship you need to be focused on right now is the relationship that you have with yourself and with the universe, with whatever higher power or God or whatever you believe in. In general, it definitely does feel like you need to restore faith within you, whether it's religious or just simply believing in yourself and your dreams. I saw a 12-12, so definitely stand up, communicate, and don't be afraid to say no. I just saw 12-22, which is the universe encouraging you to just be yourself and to trust that it's going to pay off. I feel like that's the universe saying that I'm on your side and I want to support you, but you know, we need to be on the same page here, so I need you to communicate with me and I will communicate with you. So if you see any interesting signs or synchronicities or coincidences or whatever, really, really pay attention to those. And if you feel called to, don't be afraid to ask the universe and or your spirit guides about those signs or about anything at all, because they are right there, really, really wanting to help you get more comfortable in your skin and your humanity. Connecting with nature could be significant. And I also, this moon right here, I got fixated on it for a second. So maybe that is a significant planet for you that you need to focus on right now for spiritual reasons. You could be feeling called to focus on the sun as well, but I felt particularly, I want to say, attached to that moon there. I also saw 333. I'm just feeling the strong energy of like you just blossoming and blooming like a flower. And that makes me think of Rebecca Campbell, so you might be interested in some of her work or her books. I have Letters to a Starseed, and for some reason I wanted to say Orange is the New Black, but that's definitely not it. I think it's Light is the New something. I'm not sure, but she could be significant for you. But I think that will be, actually no, that will not be the end, because I forgot to do one last thing. I'm going to get a slip of paper from this baggie here. These are just little slips of paper that I collected and saved from fortune cookies from one of my favorite places to eat at. So we have, wow. Be prepared to accept a wondrous opportunity in the days ahead. I I feel something here about things being conditional or being unconditional. I'm not sure how that resonates. If you see that moving, it's because the fan is behind me. But yeah, once you let yourself look at the truth and you embrace that truth, I really think, as this paper says, a wondrous opportunity will be presented to you. Maybe not days after, be realistic if you feel called to. But in general, I'm feeling that there is nothing but good luck and good fortune to come from embracing the truth and expressing yourself in an authentic way that helps. It's kind of iffy to put it this way, but I want to say that helps make the world a better place, because you don't have to do crazy, wild things to make a difference. That message, that change starts with you, is very, very significant here. And I saw 555, which, oh my God, the energy of change. You're really, really being called to transform and to grow internally, to get more in touch with your thoughts, emotions, and passions, and finding the courage to express what you're actually thinking about, how you're actually feeling, and what you actually want to do with your life. And I think that that's a good place to end. That will be the end of your reading, obviously. I hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you'd like to hit the like button to show me that, that is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more. And thank you so, so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really means a lot to me. It really does make a difference, and I love connecting with people who are interested in what I do, to put it bluntly. But yeah, the last thing that I'm going to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.